What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Let's freaking go. Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Good afternoon. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, Mavis. Oof. It's all good. We came back for the retest on the higher time frame, so hopefully we find some demand here in the zone. I think we will. I do think we will. So we got the on the daily time frame, guys. We got the breakout and the retest on the higher time frame. That's all right. It is what it is. We need to get back outside this wedge. I think that we're going to get some good news today. I don't know. I got a feeling. What's up? If you're in here, make sure you hit that like button on this video. And we got about 29 minutes until we kick this thing off. So, yeah, man. Let's get comfy and get ready for all this. Let me look at a few things. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to scroll back through this PowerPoint here in a second, and yeah. All right, let's see. Bought more Mavis at 489. That's a good buy. I bought the breakout, and I don't regret it. I don't regret buying that breakout, just so y'all know. Somebody was like, haha, I don't care. I do not regret buying the breakout because it was supposed to run, and it still might. So it probably will. It probably will run after this. I don't think this is going to be like normal, where we just tank off after they speak. I think this might be different this time. Hey, if you're tapped out, man. We're gonna be back up there soon. I'm not worried about it. Timeless, what's up, man? Good afternoon. Let's get some rockets in the chat for Mavis if you're in here when you're with me. And you're holding strong through all this crap manipulation. Let's get some rockets in the chat, man. Let me put some rockets in the chat. Let me put some freaking rockets up in this thing. I'm gonna put the pink ones. If you want the pink rockets, you gotta hit that join button on the YouTube channel. Support my work. 3 tiers of support. It's a cup of coffee a month, bro. Hook a brother up. Throw a dog a bone. All right, let's get it. Brian Taylor says ready to average up. Yeah, me too. Me too. I swear to God, if we break 975, I'm doing it. I'll throw another 5,000 in there for sure if we break 975. I will do it 100%. Let's see. We got 28 people in here. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure you hit that like button. I am tired today, y'all. I did not sleep good last night. My ear is killing me. Well, it's not killing me, but it's like I got this like ringing in my ear ever since that ear infection. It's like keeping me up at night. Sucks. It sucks. So I did not sleep good last night. But I hope we get some good news today, guys. Like I said, if we go to the higher time frames, I'm not worried because all this is the daily retest. All right, so we had the breakout on the daily. All right, you see this? And we're currently on a retest, all right, on the daily down. And we actually did not hit this demand zone until right now. Okay, so even over here, this was pretty close on the daily and on the other time frames. It got pretty close to this actual zone. We actually did not ever hit it until right now. So maybe this is where we jump. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We got a good spike. We definitely had a nice day trade here on this breakout. We went from what? About 540 up to about 620. That's almost $1 swing. That's a pretty good trade. But yeah, we did not hit this demand zone until right now. So as of right now, we actually did hit that demand zone, find some support, and now we're back above the demand zone. So we'll see what happens here. We're gonna see what happens. That's guaranteed. What up, Jonathan? How do I feel about Mavis sub $5? I don't know. It feels weird. It feels weird, my friend. It really does. It feels super weird. I don't think we're going to be here for long. I really don't. I don't. It doesn't make any sense. So we'll see what they say today and see what they do. We got this pulled up. So they got a chat going over there for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go over there and watch it, that's cool. If not, hang out with me because we're going to be watching it too. we're going to be watching it too. 25 minutes until it starts. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's go over these key investment highlights here real quick while we're waiting. So large SAM, uniquely positioned to capture the cumulative potential revenue opportunity of $80 billion through 2030. So in the next 8 years, I guess potential is the key word there. But if 80 billion is potential, then I guess 20 billion is almost guaranteed. I don't know. Best in class LiDAR specifications, highway pilot capabilities up to 130 km. I think that's slash hour, I don't know. Enabled by our MEMS-based LiDAR and edge computing with significantly reduced training and development costs for OEMs. All right, great, we know that. Unique go-to-market strategy, establish attractive software-centric margins with low operating expenses through direct partnerships with OEMs and production relationships with tier ones. So they're trying to get this thing going. I mean, they really are. It's obvious. Mature technology and strong IP portfolio. We already know they have over 430 patents, or exactly 430, I guess, and MEMS-based core technology. More patents than any other publicly traded LiDAR company, with 20 plus years developing and productizing our technology. Compelling financial profile. Basically that ATM made the balance sheet look good, strong balance sheet, attractive business model, low asset intensity, and high margins. All right, so I mean, it all sounds good and looks good, guys, but at some point, they're gonna have to fucking do something with this. All right, I'm feeling like saying the F word today. They're gonna have to do something with this shit. It looks great. It sounds great. I'm ready for it. I know it's gonna happen at some point. They're gonna have to actually do something with this now. All right, and that's kind of the stage that we're at, right? The demo was great, whatever. It didn't really do anything for us investors. And now they're gonna have to actually sell this thing, all right? We're gonna have to actually have someone go in there and sell this freaking thing. And I think they're gonna do it. What do you guys think? All right, let's do a poll. You want a poll? Fly high. I got you. Let me see if I can do it. How do I do a poll? How the heck do I do this? I forgot. Let me see here. I gotta sign in, I think. How do I? Oh, there we go. I got it. All right, she wants a poll. She gets a poll. She is supporting me, via YouTube on the high level. She has a whale next to her name. She is an OG. Thank you very much for that, Fly High. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's see here. Will SS say something different than last call? All right, let's see what people say. Boom. Go ahead and tally your votes up. Hit yes or no. Tell me what you think. Let's see. Let's give Fly High enjoy her poll here, and let's see what you guys think. I think he will. I think they're gonna say something different this time. I just have a feeling about it. I have a weird feeling that they're gonna say something different than the last time they talked. That's just me. I think they will. Oh, Fly High enjoy. Thank you so much for that $20. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Much love to you. Rockets in the chat for Fly High enjoy, please, guys. She's been supporting me and my channel for a very long time. She is a true, real one. No lies. No lies. She is a real one. So let's get some rockets up in the chat for Fly High enjoy. Thank you very much. I appreciate the super chat. Much love. I'm gonna vote yes. I voted yes. Damn it. I think yes, and I think it's yes. It's kind of a coin flip here. We got 50 so far. We have 60% yes, 40% no. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Vlad from Helgen, what's up? Just found this channel. Guten Abend from Germany. Let's do this. I don't know if I said that right. I appreciate you, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do this all the time. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Much love and respect to you out in Germany. Fly High, it starts in about 20 minutes. We start this thing in about 20 minutes. You can watch this on their YouTube as well. All right, but I just figured I'd cover it. I'm just gonna stream. I'm just gonna snipe stream them. All right, so we're just gonna play this from their YouTube, and we're just gonna watch it like that. All right, but we got this, man. Hopefully they say something good, and I hope that we get some good news here. That'd be awesome. What if they dropped a bombshell right now, just like bam, right on our foreheads? That is what's up. All right, let's check these results here. It's a coin flip with the poll. Fly High, 52% say yes, 48% say no. So I don't know. Chris Johnson, what's up, man? What's going on, brother? The pronunciation was fine. Well, okay, I tried. You know, I think my ancestors are from Germany, if I'm not mistaken. I need to do like an ancestry.com, but I believe that's where my peoples come from. So I don't know. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Where are we at? Why would they invite whale shareholders to a meeting when they may not even be allowed to attend CES? Have IR say it'll be worth their time and money just to say, what does that say? Just to say more of the same. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. I feel like they got to say something different. I mean, my God. My God, say something different, please, for the love of God. I swear to God, if he gets on here and starts talking about the specs again. Oh, how many of you are real OGs up in here? How many of you were here when their mic was trash and everybody thought it was my mic? How many of you remember that? Oh my God. That is so funny. Oh God, that's so funny. If you remember that, you're a real one. You've been here for the long haul if you remember that crap. I had like 700 people in here watching that freaking thing and everybody thought it was my mic that was going off. It was not my mic, I promise you. It was their mic. They sent the runner to Walmart 10 minutes before their little thing, I think. He bought the wrong cord. I don't know what that was. That was crazy. That was so funny. Oh my God. That was funny. I'm not even gonna lie. That was pretty funny. Oh. All right, guys, make sure you vote on that. We got 50 people here. Make sure you vote on that. Do you guys think someone's going to say something different this time or no? I think yes. I think they literally have to say something different. I mean, if they come on here with that same old scripted 2-paragraph thing that the intern wrote, I swear to God, they better not. They better not. Let me turn this music down a little bit. I think it's... Oh, the music's not even on, is it? All right, we don't got no music. 41 votes. All right, let's see what people think. Let me check it out. It's a coin flip. Yeah, half of you think he will, half of you think he won't. I don't know. That's kind of neutral, so we'll see. I will ride Mavis to $1. I will ride this thing into the freaking ground. I swear to God, on everything I love. They can just take my entire investment. I'm never selling. But shout out to you if you guys are in the same boat and feel the same way. Let's get it. I'm in the same way. The background is on. Oh, you guys can hear it? Okay, I don't know. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Hey, I want to make sure you guys can hear this. Let me play some on YouTube. Let me make sure we can hear this. I want to make sure this works. I'll just go here. I'll just go here and see if it works. So I want to make sure this works. Okay, it does work. It definitely works. Tim, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. Much respect to you, buddy. I appreciate that very, very much. Let's get some rockets in the chat for Tim with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, brother. Much respect, much love. I appreciate you. Both of you, very much. Let's get it, man. Mavis to the freaking moon. I'm not selling this thing. I don't care what they do. They could come on here and the whole thing could just crash. I don't care. I'm still not selling. All right, let's see. Let's read these comments. I'm ending the poll. I wish I could move this thing. Ah, there we go. I'm down like 9K. It's all good, brother. We're all down, I think. Most of us. We're coming to get you. We'll be there shortly, I promise. And be sure to wear your spacesuit because we're picking you up on a freaking rocket ship. Can't possibly go lower than $2. I don't think it's going to go that low. Ricky says, to be honest, my finger is going to be on the trigger if it starts tanking from nothing new being said. I'm selling and rebuying lower. Wash, sale, be damned. All right, Ricky, do your thing, brother. I wish you the best. I would say if you're going to do that, don't sell for a loss. Just average down, right? Like if you're thinking about, doing that, I would say just average down. Don't actually sell your position. That's the smarter move, in my opinion. Is if you plan on buying in lower and you already own shares, just average down real hard, But that's what I'm doing. Should put all our Mavis money into Apple. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I'm over negative 50%. I know. Hey, it's rough out there, man. It's rough. I get it. I'm down about, what, 38% myself, 30%? But we're good. We're good. This is one of those stocks, guys, where it's like, at some point this thing's going to go, all right? It's going to go. We know it's going to go. We don't know when exactly, but we know it's going to. So, I mean, it's like, I don't understand why people would sell here. This is the absolute worst time you could sell. I mean, if you didn't sell at $28, you shouldn't be selling here, If you had conviction to not sell at $28, then I think you should definitely consider holding. Headstock Heron went from $13 to $8.99 today. That always feels good, man, even when it goes down. So that's a good average down. I believe it is. My average right now on my main account is $7.87. Just so y'all know, I have $7.87 average on my main account now. Might be doing a little more if we go a little lower. Yeah, those are good buys. 40, 485, 49, that's a good buy. I can't lie, that's a good buy. Vlad from Helgen. Hey, Helgen, isn't that's the city from, oh my god, are you guys nerds like me? That is the city from, what game is that? Oh my god, Skyrim. Helgen in Skyrim, right? The first city you go to, I don't know if you guys play Skyrim. That's the first city you go to. It's called Helgen. Let's get it. When Diego was at 160, I considered buying that instead. I didn't. Now Diego sits at 220. Oh well, shit happens. It does. It really does. Shit tends to happen a lot with Microvision, but I think we're gonna be all right. Oh my god. All right, how long we got left? We got 10 minutes left. Is that what it is? 12 minutes left. All right, let's go. Let's look at these charts real quick. So, guys, like I said, right now, as it stands, we're at what did we close at? 508. 508 post. So we're actually up a little bit post market, guys. I don't know. That puts us back above. What is that? That puts us back above the trend line, doesn't it? Oh no, not quite. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, that does put us back above. That puts us kind of back above the trend line here, basically. Let's go. If you look at the daily time frame, the hour, the 4 hour, and the 30, it kind of looks like not that great. But if you go to the higher time frame, all it looks like is a break and a retest so far. All right, that's what it looks like. It looks like a breakout, a retest, and now we need to keep going. That's kind of what it looks like. So, Vlad is the dude who makes the juniper berry mead. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I do remember that. Steroid Bra, what's up, brother? Thank you for being here, man. Trade Mo. Let's get it. Make sure you guys hit the like button on this stream. We're chilling. It's a coin flip, guys. With the poll, with Fly High's poll, it's a coin flip. We got 52% that say yes, 48% that say no. I guess the coin flip's not that bad. It is what it is. Serious question, was this scheduled? Like I said, I just hold and don't follow them like I used to. Yeah, this has been scheduled for a little bit. They were supposed to be in person, but I guess they went virtual for whatever, which kind of sucks. I was hoping it would be in person, but, like a live thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's check the SMA on the daily real quick. All right, let's go. Okay, not quite getting across on the daily. The 4 hour, we could still get across here pretty soon. And the 1 hour, we did get across. All right, we did get the golden cross on the 1 hour. Kind of curving back down. We might get see, over here it did the same kind of thing. Like, we got that golden cross, but it really didn't do much. It kind of just, pooped out on us. I hope that's not the case with this one. I hope this one we get some crazy, some good press. Maybe something they haven't said before. Maybe they mention a company. That would be fucking awesome. And hopefully this thing just does that. Let's get it. I don't know. We got to manifest this. Someone has to come through one of these decades, right? I know. I know, man. He really does. I want to see some in a tank top. I want to see some in a tank top, some flip-flops, and a fucking sun hat, and some sunglasses, dude. That's what I want to see Summit rocking. I would love to see him wearing that. That would be awesome. Let's go, Summit. Take us to the promised land, my friend. It's a literal coin flip here with the poll. 50-50. Ricky Recon says, don't the golden crosses sometimes take a day or two to hold? Depends on the time frame. But yes, if we're on a daily time frame, the golden crosses sometimes do lag. And you can go back in the charts and see that. You can definitely go back to the charts and see that. Even the death crosses lag. I mean, sometimes they do lag. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I thought we were gonna run off this breakout. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I thought we were going to just go. But we're getting the retest here, and actually we didn't actually even test demand yet until today, right now. So we're at this key demand level. If you look to the left over here in this zone, this is the original level where we kind of, you know, moved. All right, we had the break of this level. We came back down here for the retest right here, and then we went to the moon. All right, if you look, it's kind of repeating itself. It's kind of repeating itself here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So same kind of thing. I want you guys to look. I can't really make it any closer because it's so far apart. But look, over here, I want you to look at your screens. We have a break, then a retest back down to this demand zone, and then a rip. So we have a break, moves up, comes back down, and then leaves. Now we look at the zone over here. We broke out of this trend line, tested 200, came back down to demand. Now I'm really honest to God, like I'm not even playing with you guys. I really think we're gonna move from this. I really do. I think we're gonna move from this zone. It seems like, that's what's gonna happen. If not, if we don't, this is the next level down. I'm just letting y'all know. This is the next kind of level down here that we could test. You know, about 375 up to about 410. Could definitely come down to that if we break this demand zone. Which I hope doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but it is what it is. The whole market's red. You guys got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind. The whole market is red. Right? This is not Mavis, really. The entire market is red. Crypto's red. Everything's red. Everything is red. Everything is red. Literally. Let's check our volume real quick. What was the volume for today? Volume for today for Microvision was... Where are we at? 7.54 million, so not bad. We're up 2.23% post-market. I don't know. I guess we're going to see what happens here. I guess we're going to freaking see what happens. We got, how long we got? 6 minutes and 56 seconds left until they kick this thing off. Let's freaking go. Can we get some rockets up in the chat for Mavis one time? Let's go, Mavis. Let's go, Mavis. If you are holding Microvision, I need to see rockets in the chat right now. And make sure you hit that like button on this video. Do those two things. Right meow. Right meow. All right. How many people we got in here? They got 767. They stole my shine. Why'd they have to do it on YouTube? I could have had all those people in here. I see what y'all did, Mavis. I see what you did. Let's go. Dorian Sander, what's up? If you guys want to support my work, you can click that join button under this video. There's 3 tiers of support you can choose from. It's like a cup of coffee a month, you know? But if you like what I do, if you like price action, I do Forex, futures, stocks, crypto, all that. We have a Discord too. If you guys want to join the Discord group called Zone Trading Group, send me an email at zonetradinggroup@gmail.com and we will get you on the team, all right? Otherwise, you can just join on YouTube and support my work like that. Get some cool emojis, get a green name in the chat, you know, couple perks. But really, it's just to support your content. I have a few. I'm signed up on a few. I support a few YouTube creators through their platform, so I definitely do. I got like 5 or 6 people that I support on a monthly basis. I appreciate what they do. I have not had a friggin' unwitch in so long. Oh my god. I need to go get one. Dorian says, thank you for all you do, James. I really appreciate it. I'm in till the end. Still think this is worth at least $100 a share based on tech. I do too, my friend. I do too. Ricky. Ricky says, I'll stay here. At least I know your mic works. Yes, it does. Sometimes. Sometimes it gets muted. I haven't done that in a while, actually. Starbucks coffee or diner coffee? That's not Starbucks coffee. Shit, it's like $6 a cup. That's crazy. All right, how long we got left on this thing? I need to get a drink before we get. Let me get a drink. I'll be right back. Hold the fort down. I didn't see enough rockets. When I come back, I better see some rockets in that chatter. I'm closing this thing off. All right, I'm back. I had to make a coffee. I'm back. Let's get it. How long is left? We got 4 minutes left. Is that what it is? 1 minute. Oh my God. Please, stock gods, let us go to the moon. All right, let's go. Got my average down to 701 today with an even 1,000 shares. Hey, those 1,000 shares, mark my words, my friend. Those 1,000 shares are going to make you a lot of money in the near future. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. That's going to make you a substantial amount of money if you hold through all this bullshit. We got 103 people in here. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. I would appreciate it. We do this all the time, obviously. And make sure you hit the like button. If you guys want to join the trading group, zonetradinggroup@gmail.com, send me an email. All right, we do Forex, futures, crypto, and stocks, all right? How long we got left? How long is it, 50 seconds? Oh, yeah, okay, we're going. I'm going to cut the mic off as soon as they start doing this. Let's get it, guys. Let's go. Come on! I need you to say something. We got you, Jan Step. We're coming. Hold strong. Respect for holding through that. Mad respect. Down 70%. Respect for holding through that, my friend. We got you. Hold strong. All right, let's get it. Let's go, Mavis. Come on, baby. Say something good. Guys, for real though, make sure you please hit that subscribe button, all right? We do this all the time. I do a lot of different stuff. I'm trying to grow the channel, so just hit that sub button, okay? Let's get it. Here we go. Hit that subscribe button right now, or you eat yellow snow and you wear a helmet when you shower.
Welcome to 2022 and our first ever.
Much love, Steve Valkyr. Thank you. Let's get it, guys. Here we go.
I hope everyone remains safe through these unique times. I'm excited to be here today and share our big plans and how this will change our trajectory as a company. I'm excited for us to start unlocking business opportunities that would see us becoming a top-tier ADAS safety company. This year, we intend to show the world how our hardware and software technology will enable ADAS safety, which remains the biggest market for the next decade and beyond. We started our hardware development journey 2.5 years ago, trying to achieve a best-in-class sensor. I am proud to say
Is that better? Is that better? Yes or no? Thumbs up in the chat.
Exceed expectations and are allowing us to unlock ADAS safety with our proprietary software and future ASIC. Our engineers have enabled innovative and proprietary features like dynamic field of view, which allows us dynamic field of view. This is analogous to having the eyes of an eagle.
All right, my bad, guys.
That can see details near and far at the same time. Competitors with static field of view may have high resolution in near field, but have to deal with big gaps in point cloud at range, which have to shore up with software which isn't adequate performance to deliver highway pilot safety. The range of a sensor is important, but the ability to deliver a dense point cloud at low latency is paramount. Future ADAS safety systems will want sensors and software to help them detect, process, plan, and start maneuvering a vehicle in less than 150 milliseconds. This is faster than the response of a Formula One driver would have to avoid an accident. Current highway pilot systems take significantly longer and thus operate at lower speeds and are suitable for traffic jam assist features only. With our hardware and software running from a single ASIC inside our Lidar, we will output a perceptive point cloud with drivable and non-drivable space tagged in the point cloud streaming. Our teams are working to demonstrate a first high-speed highway pilot system on a test track to some of the most challenging scenarios that OEM are interested in. Our proprietary hardware developed over the last 2.5 years allows us to achieve the most important safety feature. We have a great opportunity to become the benchmark for highway pilot operating at 130 kilometers per hour with seamless integration of Lidar and radar data within our ASIC at the lowest relative system cost. With our solution, we expect OEM to require fewer overall sensors and controllers at vehicle level. A very important additional advantage our technology creates for them is saving significant development time and cost by reducing time required to train their algorithms. Overall, we will simplify the hardware and software stack and give OEM more control to develop safety features for their customers. There are huge advantages to our approach. Current camera module-based systems run algorithms that require lots of training and even then operate at limited scenarios. Classification of the scene takes a lot of processing time and compute cost, and those systems are not able to perform better than average drivers already achieve. In the future, every vehicle equipped with our solution will make safe driving standard from low-speed surface roads all the way to full highway driving speeds. ADAS safety remains the biggest market segment where huge volumes are being planned, and this requires our best work and full attention. Our approach of directly pipelining radar data to our Lidar and providing a fused and tagged data stream makes us instrumental part of the OEM solution stack. They will develop and leverage algorithms and architectures they have built to support camera module-based solutions where we provide a seamless way to get to next level of safety with new Lidar sensor that are expected to be part of the Level 3 ADAS vehicles. It has been exciting to start seeing safety regulations and standard testing come online. We have also structured our business and go-to-market strategies to work with the OEMs directly and promote our technology and have the opportunity for custom development of features for them on our platform while also connecting with Tier 1 partners that would do final integration of systems. It is a complicated ecosystem, but we have worked hard to remain aligned to the best path forward. We have achieved a lot on technology front over the last year and now are positioning ourselves to create commercial success. Now, I would like to invite Anubhav to provide color on how we are positioning our business and planning for our future.
Hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get it, Mavis. Get some rockets in the chat for Mavis. Here we go. Show us something, baby.
Thanks, Sumit. As we all know, a superior product is just one of the two most important factors for a successful commercialization. The go-to-market strategy is the other element that is required to drive a higher adoption rate amongst the OEMs, ultimately translating into a predictable and recurring revenue stream for Microvision. As Sumit highlighted earlier, Microvision is strategically positioned by the virtue of our superior Lidar hardware capabilities powered by the proprietary software on our custom ASIC. This makes the go-to-market strategy equally, or in fact, more important than having a superior product. This is indeed critical to develop a solid business with strong foundation and attractive financials. Our go-to-market strategy has 3 pillars. Pillar number 1, which is the most important and the cornerstone of our strategy, direct partnerships with the OEMs. We are directly marketing our products to OEMs, aiming to secure co-development deals, eventually leading to directed buy agreements. The end goal of these directed buy agreements is to lock Microvision's product as the Lidar solution for the respective OEM's fleet production. Now let's talk about the second pillar. Before discussing this, we have to highlight one very important fact. OEMs rely heavily on Tier 1 suppliers for ADAS solutions because of their ability to successfully produce and package both the hardware and software solutions required by the OEMs on a mass production basis. The second pillar of our strategy is directly a result of this very deep and strategic OEM Tier 1 relationship. We will be partnering with the Tier 1 once the directed buy agreement is signed with the OEMs. This partnership will make Tier 1 suppliers our revenue generating end customers. We expect to generate revenue both from the hardware and the software components, which I will talk about in a bit more detail shortly. Lastly, pillar number 3. We plan to launch partnerships with key silicon companies to support our hardware on their compute platforms. This will be included as part of the reference design with them. To summarize, this 3-pronged go-to-market strategy differentiates us from some of our competitors and clearly de-risks Microvision from taking on a heavy Opex profile and risks associated with mass production of the sensors in-house. In short, we're playing to our strength of being a high-tech hardware and software company and do not want to pivot to be a manufacturing company instead. Now let's talk about some numbers as we drill down on how to quantify the future for us and how it translates into an attractive business model. We're providing some directional parameters for the investor community to estimate how big is the market and then walk down from there, potentially modeling the future. Now let's start at the top with revenue, which is the starting point of the business model. We believe that there's at least $80 billion of cumulative revenue opportunity for this market through 2030. This SAM, or Serviceable Addressable Market revenue figure, is derived from the estimated LiDAR sensors required for all vehicles to be produced with L2 plus L3 capabilities through 2030. However, we truly believe this 80 billion may be a conservative estimate of the SAM because we estimate LiDAR sensors will become even more widely available in cars with just L2 features.
Just like airbags,
which
just saying.
is likely in the second half of this decade. And that will translate into a much bigger number than 80 billion. The second most important variable in the 80 billion revenue figure is ASP, or average selling price. We have assumed an ASP of $800 per unit, which is an estimate obtained after polling several industry leaders and executives. Like any other hardware product, we believe the ASP will be higher in the early years and will decline in the subsequent years as the LiDAR hardware becomes more commercialized. This is what happened with the camera modules in the past decade and is very typical of any hardware in its life cycle as mass adoption picks up pace. Now, with the starting point of at least $80 billion, let us discuss some more parameters and the associated assumptions to drill down on Microvision's revenue profile. Now, going back to the most important pillar of the go-to-market strategy, we estimate on the conservative side that we will have directed buy agreements with at least 2 OEMs. We estimate the market share of Microvision can be anywhere starting from 15% and gradually rising to 40%, depending on the adoption by the number of OEMs. As I mentioned earlier, the end customers for Microvision will be Tier 1s. The revenue from Tier 1s attributable to Microvision will primarily come from 2 streams. For the purposes of being even more conservative, our estimate for the cumulative revenue profile of $2 to $4 billion through 2030 only models $500 as the ASP, much lower than the $800 polled from industry experts I talked about earlier. In other words, the 80 billion number has now been estimated to be closer to 50 billion as a starting point. Let us go one step further down into the 2 streams. Stream number 1, the hardware revenue from Tier 1s once a directed buy agreement has been secured with an OEM and a manufacturing partnership has been established between the OEM and Tier 1. Mathematically, this revenue stream can be modeled as a gross profit sharing arrangement with the Tier 1s and Microvision. On an ASP of $500, we believe that the gross profits to be in the 10 to 15% range, gradually tapering off through 2030 as the hardware becomes more and more commercialized after mass production. Microvision can be expected to share 50% of these gross profits. The revenue stream is expected to grow with the number of LiDAR units being produced. The tapering off gross profits is a direct consequence of the phenomena I described earlier, which is typical to any hardware product in its life cycle. Stream number 2, the software revenue stream from Tier 1s. The revenue model will be a fixed fee per every LiDAR unit delivered by the Tier 1 to OEMs. This revenue is for the proprietary software on the custom ASIC. Based on the superior software and custom ASIC, we believe we will be able to command 15 to 25% of the ASP, $500 in our assumptions, as I discussed earlier, as this is the software engine that controls the hardware and associated sensor fusion with radar to build the world model for the OEM. This revenue stream will continue to grow in proportion to the number of LiDAR units being produced and shipped to OEMs. The pricing of this will not have the same headwinds as the hardware product life cycle because the software will need to be continuously enhanced and upgraded by the Microvision team. To summarize, the $2 the 2 to 4 billion number is simply a very conservative estimate. Our estimates have two big upsides. First, the average ASP of being higher than $500, which we considered the total market, expanding with LiDAR sensors just needed for L2 vehicles on top of L2 plus L3 vehicles. Now, let us discuss the Opex, or the operating expenditures, and how to model them. The single largest cost for Microvision's business model will primarily include headcount for scaling the team of engineers to enhance the software with any functionality updates in the hardware in the life cycle of the product. Let me discuss a simplistic way to model this from our publicly reported numbers for the third quarter 2021 earnings. The R&D and G&A expenses for the year-to-date period ending September 30, 2021 were $17.6 million and $15.6 million respectively, totaling to $33.2 million. If we back out the non-cash components like stock comp and D&A, adding up to $14 million in total, we estimate $19 million of cash Opex for the 9 months ending September 30, 2021. Using our average headcount of 80 to 90 FTEs in the same period, we can roughly estimate that the fully loaded annual cost of an engineer to be between $250,000 to $300,000. The number of partnerships with OEMs will be the most important driver in scaling of the engineers and hence the Opex. There may be some modest increases required in the sales and marketing efforts as the company scales its business. As a result of this, the EBITDA profile of the company is expected to quite resemble that of a typical software to the business model. The revenue growth is directly tied to the number of LiDAR sensors required by the OEMs, while the Opex growth is more linear to account for the demand in the number of engineering resources. With these general guidelines and assumptions, we estimated the revenue to be between 2 to 4 billion and EBITDA to be 1 to 2 billion on the conservative side. These illustrative figures should help you to quantify what success may look like for Microvision until 2030. Please note that while these are not forecasts, I hope these assumptions help you understand why we are really excited about the future. We are truly transforming Microvision's core technology to make it the most prolific and advanced LiDAR sensor out there in the market. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Drew Markham, our General Counsel, to start the Q&A session with Sumit and I.
Thank you, Sumit and Anubhav, for presenting your views on management's business strategy and product plans. Now, we have several questions that were submitted by the investment community and the media. First, though, I want to share that our listeners understand that this presentation contains forward-looking statements relating to expectations regarding our business strategy, future market position, product plans, potential partnerships, and future product performance. All such statements reflect our expectations, assumptions, and estimates as of today and are not guarantees of actual future performance or results, which could differ materially. We encourage listeners to review Microvision's SEC filings for more information, in particular, factors that could cause our actual performance to differ from our expectations. Finally, except as required by law, we assume no obligation to update any information in this presentation to reflect events or circumstances in the future, even if new information becomes available. I'll turn now to the submitted questions. Congratulations on Microvision's participation in the LiDAR Sensor Standards Consortium, announced in December 2021. Can you please provide color on Microvision's LiDAR technology milestones for 2022?
I think that's a great question. I think, first of all, being part of this consortium is an important step. Most of the LiDAR sensors are not commoditized, and therefore it's kind of important that all the different features that people talk about, all the different specifications, they have to get benchmarked in a more unified manner. So being part of this is actually a pretty important step.
You can still see the guy on the ladder in the TV.
As far as 2022 is concerned, as I try to highlight,
Oh shit! I didn't mean to
We have
unmute
a
that.
hardware that we can leverage, and we can actually enables us to do things that others cannot. And we actually look forward to adding software to it to start showing some of the features that would be possible to enable ADAS safety. So we can move the conversation further away from just the LiDAR hardware discussion to the actual integrated product, which is ADAS safety. So what we expect in 2022 is our team is continuing to polish, of course, our hardware as we think about maturity. But the software part of it, we are going to do more track testing to specific OEM test scenarios that are some of the hardest ones to achieve high-speed highway pilot safety features. We expect to have that on the way somewhere around Q2 and Q3 timeframe, right? We're going to, of course, as data becomes available.
God, I hope he falls. Please fall off the ladder,
One of the
dude.
exciting news that happened recently was Mercedes announced their L3 system. And I think that's actually a big moment where you can see that these features are going to be starting to come into vehicles, model year after model year. And, Daimler always tends to be first to market with these kind of safety features. I think in parallel, we are going to work with OEMs because there are going to be unique features that every OEM may want to see into our hardware. And we're going to work with those partnerships and start to develop some sort of design wins from there on out.
From a technology perspective, can you elaborate on the capabilities of Microvision's LiDAR versus the competitors? And can you tell us how you think about scalability advantages?
Okay. I think
He's getting off the ladder. Fall.
I want to take some time on this.
Oh.
I think the big two camps that people always talk about is the 905 nanometer laser versus 1550. I think what we have tried to highlight multiple times in different, certainly in Munich we did this, and we've done this on earnings calls as well. What we try to highlight is it's the solution that you're solving, and it has to be at a certain cost point. I can personally tell you that every OEM meeting that I've actually attended, one of the first comments that they make is about where do you expect your price to be? This is even before they review any of the feature set. So from a base level, the 905 nanometer laser technology is mature. It's pretty well known. When we open up our device, the interesting part that I always talk about is everything inside there is known technology. It's silicon that is known, it is lasers that are known, it is sensors that are known, it is plastics and metal that's all known. And what's valuable about it is our IP of what we're able to take those components and transform them into a great product. When you talk about 1550 nanometer technology, you're talking about things that require significant investment to mature to the level where they are. They come from other industries, not specifically designed for these kind of high-speed applications that we're talking about. Another advantage that I think we have is always going to have is, of course, the capability of doing velocity, clustered velocity out of our ASIC, not requiring higher level of compute or other domain controllers or other ECUs added to the system, so the overall system cost is maintained lower. Of course, our feature, one of the biggest features that we always talk about is high resolution at range. This is what's going to enable some of the safety features that highway pilot requires. I think one way that I described it recently to somebody that asked me this question was, think about, all of us drive, think about driving on a highway at 75 miles an hour. The easier one, the scenario is somebody's coming with an on-ramp at a different speed. That's a pretty tough scenario. But a tougher scenario is somebody's in the next lane over, maybe 2 car lengths away from you, driving 75.2 miles per hour. So they are actually very close, and if any kind of, somebody tries to cut somebody off, those are dangerous situations. So from a product standpoint, these are the kind of things that you have to have in to your system to be able to enable highway pilots. And of course, the last point is you have to do this in a certain power. You can't, you want to think about the power the system consumes. And we expect that when we're actually going to be in a full ASIC system with all the features in, it's about a 35 watt system, perhaps lower based on the feature set that the OEMs or tier ones are targeting. So I think all in all, we have all the feature set baked in. Now, the best part about this is, the solution by itself is scalable. Our MEMS have been scalable for a long time. We've scaled them for multiple customers over the years, so we know a lot about that. As far as the ASICs are concerned, our digital ASIC, our analog ASIC, again, these are areas that we are very, very comfortable in. and we've done that before. So we can demonstrate scalability to anybody interested as they project forward of what would be the advantages that we can provide from cost. We don't have to extrapolate cost and scalability. We actually have models that independently could be confirmed. So I think we have all the features that we would need to attack this market, and our solution from the ground up is scalable.
What are the advantages of your integrated hardware and software solution compared to what your competitors are doing?
Right.
And why do you expect Microvision to win, given the fact that others have a head start?
I think when you think about the integrated hardware and software solution, I think the best way to think about it is that we do not utilize complicated ECUs and domain controllers, which are very expensive, additional expenses like that. We pipeline everything through our ASIC. And that's actually the biggest benefit, that we are able to do it at a very low cost.
Keep your head up, guys. It's all good, man. We're going to land that deal soon, I promise. This is kind of funny, though.
As far as a head start, I think if you look at what different people are doing, they're going towards classification and other things. Well, based on our experience, what we know is that those features are things that the OEMs own. And they specifically want us to be part of the stack, but they do not want it to be part where the software that they develop is owned by somebody else. So I think for us, our advantage still remains an integrated hardware and software solution that's fully pipelined, low cost, and it's got all the features already baked in that allows us to meet
I cannot promise that.
Future ASIL-B requirements that the system will have. So I think we positioned the hardware and the software solution pretty well, and I think we've had very positive feedback consistently on this.
Why is fusing Lidar and radar important? And how is a 30 Hertz frame important for ADAS? In addition, will your software run on chip platforms like Qualcomm and NVIDIA, or is there another appropriate architecture?
I think I'm going to answer the second part first. I think the first thing to remember is, as I said, that our software actually runs inside our ASIC. It will when the ASIC is developed eventually. We are not going to be leveraging the full-blown classification suite and features that Qualcomm and NVIDIA and other chipset providers are developing for the full-level ADAS. But we do expect to be part of their ecosystem as a reference design. So our hardware would be something that would plug and play into their domain controllers.
Oh, he's getting back on the ladder. He's getting back on the ladder.
Our software would reside on our ASIC. Since our ASIC drives our system and also the software, it is a central part, is the heart of our system. That digital ASIC cannot be removed from our system and put somewhere else. So that integrated part actually makes a lower cost solution. Qualification becomes a lot easier and actually plugs with other systems and allows OEMs and tier ones to develop other algorithms and software on top on their domain controller. Now, fusing radar and Lidar, it's important because in the current architecture, all this fusion is happening.
The demo's right behind them, bro. Can't you see it?
Where the algorithm costs are significant to develop, and it takes quite a lot to prove those algorithms out. Lidar and radar, of course, are similar. The electromagnetic spectrum may be different, but they have similar attributes to it. Our Lidar, of course, has an extremely high resolution feature, which, of course, radar does not have. But we are able to augment and fuse them together and actually get data with the redundancy provided directly to the domain controller or to the stack where the fusion starts happening. So this is a very important first step that takes a lot of the development cost away, reduces development cost from OEMs, and actually makes a more streamlined product for them at a lower cost. So it is a pretty important step, and it actually will enable us to do more, not less.
When they played Indian in the freaking cupboard.
With, silicon partners that are going to provide the domain controllers in the future. So I think long-term, the architecture that we've picked, we've actually validated it. We've talked and presented. We get positive feedback on it. The architecture by itself represents lower cost, better development times, and people can own their IP that they've already developed. And Microvision's hardware becomes central into their system now, allowing them to reduce the number of sensors that would be inside a device.
Can you elaborate more on your approach to silicon?
Show us the demo!
How this will give Microvision an advantage?
I think, as I said, we intend to work with the top silicon partners out there that are planning to provide a level 3, level 2 system domain controller. And we intend to work with them and make sure that our sensor is, part of the reference design that they provide. Our solution eventually will plug and play with these partners. Therefore, it enables the OEMs to pick any domain controller that they want, any partner that they think for the.
No, I know this is going back up at some point.
And,
This is just hilarious.
Start building their technology, their software on top of that architecture. But it would be agnostic to.
I wonder what that guy's
how
thinking
we
that's
actually
next to him.
connect
He's thinking about what he's going to eat for dinner tonight, you think?
Okay, and Anubhav, how will direct
He's like, should I
marketing
have
and
steak
potential
or
co-development
shrimp?
work with OEMs if final sales in the future would be to tier ones?
So direct marketing and co-development with OEMs, as I mentioned earlier, will directly lead to directed buy agreements. So this is an agreement where the OEM locks in the Microvision's Lidar as part of their fleet production. So as I mentioned earlier, we would be focused on marketing this product to the OEMs, and once we get the directed buy agreement, we would then be partnering with the tier ones for the manufacturing or mass production of the same sensor.
Trust me, guys, it's going to happen.
Ultimately,
I
that
hate to
would be a
keep bringing the
commercial
mic on.
agreement
It's going to
between the
happen,
tier
though.
ones and the OEMs for the number of, because as you can imagine, it will run into millions of units depending upon the model, the year, and the make of the OEMs. So that's why our focus is directed at the OEMs, because that's a single
You don't
point of
lose unless
entry,
you sell, brother.
to get our product locked in with the respective OEMs.
Okay. This question is back at Sumit. Why is Microvision focusing on highway pilot, and when did our focus turn to this?
Actually, if you go back and think about the earnings calls, for the past 18 months that we've had, I think we've always talked about our hardware and software stack. I think the highway pilot is a term that is becoming more common in the industry, but our path has always been edge computing, our algorithms, our software running on our hardware. So I think we've not actually deviated from it. I think it's just a finer point of a highway pilot title that is becoming very dominant in the industry as far as the feature that's being developed. I think, if you think about the safety system that everybody's looking for, they're looking for a solution. If you just have a Lidar or just have a camera module or just have a radar, that's not adequate and sufficient, because somebody, OEM, tier one, some company has to fuse it all together and do the safety. So our system now is, again, more elegant in the sense that it provides them the one big step that they need that allows them to make the fusion core to what they know right now, which is camera module based. So therefore, we ease the burden of utilizing our technology. So for highway pilot, again, just to reiterate, highway pilot is just a term that is becoming dominant in the industry right now, but it's always been our path. And we've always been consistent about it, that this is something that we're going to do, remain on the edge computing side, which is our ASIC. And we're now going to actually expand ourselves into developing full classification models. So I believe we're still consistent with what we've said for the past 18 months.
Okay. A little further on this topic, what do you see as the advantages of Microvision's highway pilot system?
I think the Daimler system is very interesting, but if you think about it, it is limited to about 60 kilometers per hour, about 36 miles an hour. That's not a system that one could see as having full-blown safety going into highway speeds. Now, there's a race. Everybody is trying to develop the next system that would actually be able to achieve full highway pilot speeds. We are planning to showcase something running at 130 kilometers per hour. That's a pretty big statement. It's a pretty big achievement, and we intend to do it this year, and our team is working very hard for that. And we always set the path towards that because that's the final goal, and that's where our Lidar shines the most. It actually is able to do.
Let's get it, Fuentes. I'm with you, brother. Let's freaking get it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, all right?
All the way to 130 kilometers an hour, which is what's expected. There's a significant amount of lower relative cost that we can expect from this, and that's an important point to think about it. There's a certain amount of sensors that would be required for a level 3 car that people will visualize. By adding our Lidar, by integrating the software in it, effectively we believe that the number of sensors required will be less, and that the overall system cost goes down, which of course increases the penetration into the market. The numbers that Anubhav actually talked earlier, that penetration requires that the system cost has to be kept in check. You cannot have a system that's tens of thousands of dollars. So it's not just about the cost of the Lidar, it's also about the cost of the overall system. So by having the software that our team is developing, the overall system cost will come down. So therefore it gives us other opportunities. Like you said, we have some conservative numbers in our modeling, there's other opportunities to look at, what the right number would be at the right scaling. So that relative system cost is something that we're enabling beyond just our LiDAR cost.
So it'll cost a little bit
Again,
more than
of
just
course,
the actual
cost is
hardware.
also
All right,
about
cool. So
engineering
like $800
costs
bucks.
on not our side, but also on our partner side. The seamless integration by partnering with silicon companies, this by itself, of course, saves significant amount of engineering cost on other side as well. Makes it seamless for our sensor to be integrated into solutions potentially. And of course, finally, if you think about it, like development cost is about training right now, and this is a paradigm shift where you can actually see a system using a Microvision LiDAR, the development cost will reduce because we would provide a tagged point cloud that shows drivable and not drivable space while their algorithms start doing their work, and the load has been shifted from the domain controller and their computing over to Microvision's proprietary ASIC. So I think like this is actually a big advantage that we would provide, and of course all at low latency. So not utilizing big GPUs and big CPUs to do this work and doing it in ASIC would always give us an advantage, and our proprietary technology would stay within the boundaries of our digital ASIC.
Sumit, can you please comment on the expected timing of Microvision partnerships with OEMs and Tier 1s? And do you anticipate any restrictions as to who Microvision can partner with?
Yeah. I think.
Oh my God, here we go.
Before, we own our IP. Our investors have helped us fund it for so many years. I do not see any restrictions for us to work with anybody out there. There's no restrictions out there whatsoever. Every OEM wants to see hardware and a solution integrated with software, but all of them have different scenarios that they're looking at, and we work very closely with them to understand all the scenarios. We go through simulation to show them how our technology would have an advantage in those scenarios. And then, of course, we do track testing, and then beyond that, of course, we
answer the
engage them
question.
and do it at their track. When the test scenarios that are specific to them, we would demonstrate at their,
he avoided that
track
question.
to them. So I think those things are in play. As I've said before, by June 2022, we expect to have track testing done and some data that we would be providing publicly. And of course, then a lot of this data is also shared with our OEM and Tier 1 partners. As far as the overall OEM wants, every company is racing to demonstrate the capability, but it's important to get the scenarios that they are actually focused on. And that's what we feel very comfortable, that we have a very good understanding of the most challenging scenarios that they are faced with. And we feel confident that we are able to actually address their issues in those scenarios. So I'm excited about that.
Dude, he straight up avoided that question. That's annoying.
Work is actively going right now. And of course, in parallel, we're actively promoting the solution to the OEM, meaning that we demonstrate what we can, simulation data, testing data.
He did say by June, yes.
Based on each specific need that they have. But I think that from a timeline standpoint, I think nothing has changed. I still expect, our team is very confident that we expect that by June 2022, this year, that we would be able to demonstrate something. And of course,
Okay, he said it. June 2022, we get a demo. All right, cool.
Okay. Anubhav, I think this next one is for you. What was the company's headcount at the end of 2021? And can you share any expectations for 2022?
Sure. At the end of 2021, we had about 93 employees, including our Germany office. We have almost grown 2 times since March of 2021, when our headcount was approximately 50. We continue to put significant effort into recruiting and expect to add our employee base as we scale our business next year.
Okay. A somewhat related question.
He said as we scale
What
our
are you doing
business
to
next year. He
enhance
literally
your
said
sales and
that.
marketing efforts to make potential customers and partners aware of Microvision's product capabilities?
So we're now actively building our Germany presence, which is evident from the headcount growth that I talked about. This is to support business development with the OEMs. Now, our goal is to actively engage with the OEMs and engineering teams so that we can showcase our highway pilot and also their test case scenarios that Sumit just talked about. We expect to ramp up efforts in G&A as we see more momentum from OEMs, on both sides of the ponds, in North America as well as
This is our new CFO, Mr. Bro.
Okay. And Sumit, I think this next question is for you. What can
That's
we
actually
expect
Sumit
from
Sharma's
the company's
father, if you didn't know that.
demonstration of its ADAS solution by June 2022?
I think what I highlighted before, let me just give a little bit finer point to that. I think the test scenarios are very specific to highway pilot. And some of the toughest ones that you would think that would cause accidents.
Hey, make sure you vote right now for that for that poll I just put up. You better vote right now. And if you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe.
Publish some of those data. If
You
it's
better do
appropriate,
it.
If there's nothing proprietary from anybody else in there. If it's our data, of course, we'll publish it. But by June 2022, we would have track testing data, ground truth data that demonstrates our capability to meet
Track
the features,
testing data. Okay, June 22,
and
track
start
testing
engaging
data.
with the OEM of what their requirements will be. I expect that this is a big moment because these features and these scenarios, the story starts lining up better for what a highway pilot demonstration or system would have to be. And this is not common out in the market yet. There's no clear understanding of, because there's no regulations yet, of what are the exact scenarios that you would have to achieve to be able to qualify yourself as a level 3 feature at the high speeds. And therefore, we work very closely with the OEMs on that one. And again, I think we intend to share non-proprietary data that the company generates with the market.
Obviously, there's no revenue yet, bro.
Okay, a finance-related question here. Can you give us a sense as to what level of cash you feel is necessary to support the business? Why continue to keep the ATM open?
Ooh, good question.
I feel good about the $125 million cash balance that was reported at the end of September 30, 2021 in the last 10Q. Compared to our peers, I feel we're one of the better positioned companies compared from a cash burn and market cap perspective. ATM program is actually very strategic to us. The open ATM program gives us flexibility to raise capital as and when required. This ATM program actually allows us to compete with our peers who have raised significant capital via SPAC transactions in the last 18 months. Also, the high liquidity in our stock, being one of the highest average daily trading volume, positions us quite well as compared to our peers in accessing
Only
capital
65%
markets.
of you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, dude. Let's get it.
Anubhav, is Microvision actively pursuing or investing in any non-LiDAR technology?
At this point, we are actively pursuing the automotive LiDAR market because we feel confident about our strategy of partnering with the OEMs. However, as Sumit has previously discussed, there is significant value in some of our other verticals as well, and we stand ready to support potential customers if needed in those verticals as well.
Okay. What can you share about your process to identify potential strategic alternatives?
Look, at this point, I feel confident about our strategy to pursue directed buy agreements with the OEMs, as Sumit and I discussed in detail. With our $125 million cash balance as of 9/30 and high average daily trading volumes as a public company, we get regularly approached to evaluate strategic alternatives, which we continuously do on an ongoing basis. But as we have previously disclosed, we currently have no agreements or commitments to engage in any specific transactions at this time.
Okay, for those in the audience who may have further questions, who should they contact for more information about Microvision?
I would highly encourage you to contact our IR consultants, Jeff Christensen and Matt Krebs. Their contact information is in our press release. Please feel free to reach out to them with your questions, and we'll be sure to cover them in the upcoming events in 2022.
Okay, Sumit and Anubhav, thank you for addressing these important questions. And a big thank you to members of the Microvision team for being here to demonstrate the clarity of our LiDAR sensor for today's presentation. And for those of you joining us
Oh my God.
from outside of Microvision, thank you. Our employees are doing innovative work aimed at making our roads safer, and we appreciate your continued support of Microvision.
Oh no. I mean, look, I don't know. I gotta stand up for this one. All right. Well, I mean, shit. I don't even know what to say. That was not very good. I was expecting much more than that, but we did get, a timeline, I guess, for that track data. That's not bad. That's, I'm whatever. I believe in the technology, guys. I don't necessarily believe in the people working for this company that much. I mean, as far as being salesmen. You know, they don't speak well. They're not good salesmen, but they have the tech, right? It is what it is. We're going to have to wait for the OEMs to like, just be like, yo, we're ready to do this shit. That's it. I mean, when it comes down to it, if you have the tech and the price point is right, the OEMs will adapt it at some point. It is what it is. It is the same old shit here. And I was kind of not expecting anything more than this. I was hoping, but not really expecting more than that. And, you know, we got what we always get. It is what it is. It seems to me like they're trying to keep their cards hidden, right? They don't want to give away too much. But like I said, June, they both said that we'll have track data. So, I mean, hopefully they have something he said they'll have something to show us. So what is that? January, February, March, April, May, June. So 5 months, maybe, you know, around 5 months, we'll have some track data and they'll actually be able to show us how this thing works. But yeah, that was, I mean, God, it's just super annoying to hear them talk at this point. Because it's like, I'm ready to see some shit, right? As an investor, like someone who's put like almost $50,000 into this stock, I'm not happy with their communication with us. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It sucks ass. It's bad. It's very, very bad. But I understand, you know, from a business standpoint, like strategically why they would not be saying much more than they're saying. It kind of makes sense. You know, when you're trying to land a big deal with a huge OEM, I guess it makes sense to keep everything kind of like condensed. But, you know, I mean, like I said, the real ones are holding this. We all know that they're going to land an OEM deal at some point. It's no secret that their averages are like around $14. Summits and Savalas and the rest of them. It's not a secret. All right. So they know that even with like a 2 to 4 billion revenue, the share price will be above that. So, like I said, I mean, this is just a matter of time. This is just a long-term hold at this point. And it just is what it is. If you believe in the tech, and you know what you hold, it's just about just waiting for the OEM deal. That's it. They're not going to probably sell this company. I don't think that's going to happen. It sounds to me like they're just really dead set on getting OEM deals and tier 1 deals. And I think that that's what's going to happen. All right. But like I said, you guys have to keep this in mind. It's not about Mavis being ready. It's about the OEMs being ready. This is like something new in the world. All right. Lidar is just becoming relevant. When these OEMs are ready to drop billions and billions and billions of dollars, all right, it's not going to be $100 million. It's going to cost them a shit fuck ton of money, all right, to integrate this into their vehicles, all right? And when they are ready to do that, that's when it's going to happen. And it's going to happen. We just don't know when, all right? We don't know when, but when it does, this thing is going to go. It's going to go. And that's kind of how I feel about it, you know? I mean, I'll just keep buying the dips. If we go down further, I'll be happy because I'm just going to keep buying. I mean, it is what it is. In the short term, right now on the charts, it looks like we could reverse and retest that 975 here pretty soon. That's kind of what I'm looking at with this breakout. And we did test that 200 on the daily. So I don't know. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks great. I'm pretty neutral about it right now. You know, we're back down in this wedge. Testing this demand zone here. I think we're going to find some support here. Honestly, I really do. Before I go further, what do you guys think in the chat? Let me know what you guys thought about that. And by the way, only 65% of you are subscribed to this channel. Hit that subscribe button, man. It ain't going to hurt you. It ain't going to hurt you. It's actually going to help you. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button, all right? Hit that subscribe button right meow. If you like trading and all that good stuff. If you want to join my trading team, send me an email at zonetradinggroup@gmail.com. All right. We do stocks, crypto, futures, and Forex. But yeah, tell me, I want to read some comments. Tell me what you guys thought about that other than, you know, that it was the same old shit. It really was. It was the same old stuff. I can't lie about it. But I mean, can we really expect more than that, you know? Let's see here. Let's read some of these comments. 10 years from now, get out of now if you're impatient. No, it's not going to be 10 years. It's not going to be 10 years. Yeah, I mean, this is a rat race. So tech does change a lot in 5 months. That's for sure. That is for sure. Let's read some more of these comments here. 20,000 shares at 196 and is getting out. Dumb move. Yeah, that's not a good move. I can't lie, that's a terrible move. I'm going to be honest with you. Whoever has that is a bad, very, very bad move. If you have 20,000 shares with a $1.96 average, I would just, I wish that was my friend. I'd tell him to not do that. Let's see here. They're trying to get new investors with that presentation. I don't know. It was pretty bad. That was not, I mean, I don't want to say it was bad. Like, at least the mic worked. At least it was in HD. You know, I feel like that Lidar thing in the background was so cheesy. I don't know whose freaking idea that was. Dude, they need to hire me, man. Hire me. If anybody here works for Mavis and you're listening to this freaking stream right now, I am up for hire. All right? I will move to Washington and I will make your streams and your recordings so much better. Oh my God. Hire somebody, because y'all are just doing that really bad. But like I said, guys, the tech is there. We know the tech is there. The tech is there. I'm just convinced. So we'll see in June what they put out. I hope they have some kind of video where they, you know, where they show a car, like an actual moving vehicle with this piece of technology in it, and show it working. That's what I want to see. I don't want to hear any more shit about the specs. I want to see this damn thing work. That's what I want to see. I want to see it work. And if they want to get new investors and they want to really impress people, they will make a freaking video with a freaking car with this freaking Lidar and it avoiding a tire or a kitty or a child or something. Make it avoid something with this crap. I want to see it work. I know it's there. I know it works. I want to see it work though, as an investor, right? We're tired of hearing them talk about it. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. I want to see some freaking action. Set up something on a NASCAR track. Hire some NASCAR driver to drive a freaking car with the Lidar, and I want to see it work. All right? That's what I want to see. Big question I have here is, are they actively going after and talking to these OEMs, or are they just setting up a stand waiting for OEM to come to them after providing their detailed pamphlet? I think that, like I said, I know that there's a lot that goes into this, man. There's a lot that goes into this. It's not just about, hey, we have tech, buy it. They have to be ready to integrate this into their entire universe, right, of creating vehicles. It's not just going to be like an overnight thing. It's just not. When you really think about it, imagine being an OEM and like taking on something new like this. I reference airbags a lot because it's like, go back and look what happened to those airbag companies. Nobody wanted to buy that shit. Nobody wanted to put those in a car. It was expensive. It cost more money. It was like they thought it was pointless. And now look at it. Every single car in the whole fucking world has an airbag. So, and those companies are now trading over $200, you know, a share. So, like I said, at some point, these OEMs are gonna have to buy Mavis's products, all right? There's only so many Lidar companies out there that actually have something good at this price point. So, it's gonna happen at some point, I'm convinced. I already know that. We know that. If you don't know that, you should know that. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And I think that, you know, I think we can kind of expect some volatility up until June. I think we're going to be up and down. I think guys, I'm convinced we're going to test 975 again, okay, before June. I'm convinced of that much. We will probably likely come test this 975 again. And we might just bounce in between here for the next couple months. So it could happen, okay? I mean, you know, they could just be, you know, like I said, there's a lot of liquidity on the top side of the market right now. They know that this is a highly manipulated stock, all right? It's a small cap stock. It doesn't cost them much money to do this, all right? So, like I said, they've already targeted all the liquidity on the bottom side. All of it's on the top side now. So if you're worried about the charts in particular and not in, you know, short-term price action, you got to ask yourself this. Even if price was to go, I should make a poll right now. I'm going to ask it on the mic though. If price were to come up to 1575 right here, are you selling? Yes or no? I want to see your answers in the chat. If price were to come up to 1575, would you sell your position? My answer is no. I would not sell my position. I'm interested what you guys would do, all right? Because if price comes up here, that just says to me that there's volatility in the market. I'm not selling until we get a deal and we get to where I know this is going, okay? But for me, the answer is no. If price comes back up here and, you know, we're trading above that 975, are you selling your position? I mean, I'm interested. All right, a lot of you say yes. Some of you say no. Some of you say, let me get a poll going. I want to see it. I'm gonna make a poll and we're gonna see the actual numbers here because the real ones know what's up. let's get a poll going. If Microvision goes to, let's just say 1575, are you selling? Question mark. Let's see what happens. Let's see what you guys say. I'm not. I don't care. It could go to $1, it could go to $28. I'm still not selling. I might shed some off the top and put it back in on a dip. That's different, but I'm not just liquidating my position just because we get back up in a green area. That's not why I invested in this stock. That's not why I invested in this stock. I did not invest in this stock to make short-term gains. Okay, I invested in this stock to change my life, and I'm here for the long haul. And that's just me. Make sure you guys vote on this real quick. I'm interested in what you guys are going to do if we do get back up to $16-ish. You know, what are you doing? Are you just going to sell your position because of some short-term volatility? It's only been about 6 months, guys. I mean, these stocks this stuff takes time. It takes time. So just because we get back up here, you know, back above this golden zone and back up to where, you know, we were kind of all kind of happy where it was at up in this area, that does not mean that I'm selling. I'm not. Now, if we were to get up to $25, I can't lie and say I wouldn't shed some off the top and put it back in on a dip, because I likely would. But just because we get back up in a nice area does not mean that you should just sell your position, in my opinion, unless you invested for that reason for short-term gains. Let's let this poll go, and we're going to see how many people are actually would sell here. I see it. What's it at right now? Let me look at it. Market Watch has this at 494, I think. What is it? 435. So 435, guys, but you got to keep this in mind. The day traders are not going to let this happen. I promise you, pre-market's gonna pop off. People are going to be buying the shit out of this thing in the next 12 hours. I promise you. All right, let's see this. Let me see these comments real quick. Yeah, you're right. It has been volatile since February. You're right, but it's been very, very volatile since, you know, the last 6-7 months. But you guys gotta keep this in mind too. Okay, a lot of people are trading with money they're not willing to lose. If losing 10,000 to you is gonna kill your whole life, yeah, you shouldn't invest 10,000. I mean, seriously. Some people have said to me, hey, I wish I could pull this investment out because I see other stocks moving. To me, that, as you know, as somebody who trains people in price action and I train people how to trade, it's like that just sounds to me like you're trading something you're not willing to lose, and you're probably either over leveraged or you're trading more than you should be. You're over trading yourself. That's what it sounds like to me. So, like I said, it just depends on your account size, because at the end of the day, if you're risking more than 10% on this trade of what you have, you're doing it wrong, in my opinion. You're doing it wrong. And I mean, I'm not saying it's technically, you know, by the rule book, it's wrong. All right. But I respect it. I mean, if you're a gambler and you're saying, hey, I'm all in, I mean, it is what it is. Mad respect to you. But you can't go all in on something like this and then, you know, freak out when it dips like this. You can't. You just got to hold through it. And like I said, you got to just hold through it. Make sure you guys vote. I want to know if you guys would sell at 1575. 58% say. I'm sorry. Okay, so more people say no than yes. We got 42% that said yes, and 58% said no. So, like I said, I think in the next 6 to 12 months, we're gonna see this thing just go where we want it to go. I mean, it's gonna take time, guys. It's gonna take time. Like I said, the OEMs dictate when this happens. Like, you could take any, like, the coolest piece of tech to somebody that wants it. You're not going to sell it until they want to buy it. That's just how it works, right? If you have something that somebody wants, they're going to get it when they want it, and that's just how it works. That's just how it works. I know we're going to get an OEM deal. Most of you know that, and I think that, you know, it's just going to take some time. It is just going to take some time, my friends. So if you got in this for the wrong reason, like if you got in this for FOMO or you got in Microvision based off the buyout rumors, I understand. But you got to be, you know, if you made a sizable investment, if you put even $1 in this company, you should know what you hold. Go read about the tech. Go look at the tech. Look at the specs. Look at the stats. Look at the competitors' stats, and just wait for them to release that track data. Because once they give us some track data, that's going to be the real, like, once they put a video out with them using the Lidar, that to me is going to be like really awesome. I think that's what we're all waiting for. And that's what I'm waiting for. I was hoping we got that today. I was hoping they were going to show us a video of that Lidar in action. And we didn't actually get that. So You know, it was the same old stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, we gotta just wait. Let's read some of these comments. Should buy Tesla instead a couple months ago. Now wait for Tesla to go down to 900. That might happen. You probably see Tesla retrace a little bit here soon. Let's see, guys. Before you all take off, we're gonna talk for about 20 more minutes, but make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, I'm really trying to grow this channel. If you like what I'm doing here, if you like trading and price action and stuff, this is a cool channel to be a part of. So hit that subscribe button. If you want to join my trading team, send me an email at zonetradinggroup@gmail.com. All right, we'll get you on the team. We have a private Discord. Let's see here. Yeah, they always talk about the highway. Show us a vehicle on some desert highway in some 4K recorded video, and put a freaking something in the middle of the road and let us see how the Lidar works. I mean, seriously though, I want to see that. As an investor, I want to see it. I don't care about the stats anymore. You know, we know you guys have a freaking piece of hardware. We know you have software. We want to see it work. Thumbs up in the chat if you're ready to see that shit work. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm freaking tired of hearing about it. I want to see it. I want to see it. But yeah, they do. You know, I agree. Lori Haslam, she has a very good point. I was thinking about this too, guys. I play poker for a living. Okay, I'm a very good judge of character. I'm a very good judge of people's energy. They sound very confident in the product and the timeline. They do. They suck at presenting things to us. They suck at investor relationships. They suck at talking to people. They're just the worst. But they really, really, really do sound like they're confident in that timeline and those 2 OEM deals, because they've said that multiple times about 2 OEMs. Like, why are they saying that? Like, why are they saying 2 OEMs over and over? They literally, I mean, like I said, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And like I said, they have to know that these are bad. There's no way that they could sit there and rewatch that and think they did a good job. Yeah, they answered some questions, but that was dog water. We don't care about that anymore. People have been holding this shit for 20 fucking years. People have been holding this stock for 20 fucking years. Show them something. I mean, my God. I just feel like by principle, you got to show us something. You got to show us something. I mean, I know you want some damn OEM deals and stuff. You got to show your investors something. For God's sake. Share price aside, I want to see the tech work. Like, that's why we all invested. That's why like 90% of us invested, because the technology is cool. I mean, we get it, the share price, whatever, but I want to see this thing work. Valor says, cheaper for me to buy and just time for me to get richer. Christian, thank you for the comment. He says 40 shares, negative 60%, no drama, but still pissed off on principle. Bad first trading year, but because I'm learning, I made no risk. Christian, shout out to you, bro. 40 shares, you got some skin in the game, and you picked a good one, all right? I don't care what anybody says. It's a good stock to be in, because at some point it's going to make you a lot of money. All right, if you want to join the trading group and learn how to trade, I do one-on-ones too. Send me an email, all right? But definitely hit that subscribe button. Go watch all my other videos, because I show you guys how to use supply and demand, all kinds of stuff. All right, let's see. When is the 2021 fourth quarter conference call? All right, let's see. Did they estimate revenue from Lidar in 2022? There is no... the estimated, yes. So I think they said... Well, did they do 2022? I think it was by 2030. I don't think they gave an estimate in 2022 because there's not really a deal. So I don't think that they said that. Codcat says, I'm in $16 average, got my, what does that say? Parnets in the teens to feel awful. I don't know what that means. All right, let's see. Yeah, Vilad, it's zonetradinggroup@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it in the chat. If you guys want to join the team, zonetradinggroup@gmail.com. Send me an email there if you want to join the team, all right? And I will get you on there. Would love to have you. All right, let's go through some more of these comments. Let's see. So we have more people here that would not sell if Mavis got back to 1575. They would not sell. So 55% of you that voted said no. 45% said yes. So yeah, I mean, that's, it is what it is. Right now, Market Watch has the price. you guys got to remember this too. This is a day trader's dream, right? They're going to be day trading this in the morning. So if you guys want to scalp, you have a great opportunity here. As soon as market opens at like 3 a.m., you could definitely get in for a scalp on this. It's going back up. I can't guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee it. This is not staying down here for long. They're going to scalp this back up to 505, 510, something like that. Mark my words. Mark my freaking words. Mr. Bro says, does it look like we are still resetting the wedge, or was it a fake out? Let's look at it. So right now on the chart, Mavis is at, after hours 443. All right, so let's look at this. 443, that puts us back in the wedge, yes. And that actually puts us below this demand zone, all right? So if we open, I think tomorrow we gap up. That's what I think. I think tomorrow we're going to gap up and open outside of this demand zone. I don't think day traders are going to let this thing go down. There's no reason to short here. It's pretty damn low. So this is a good spot to take a scalp up to that 50. So I think they're probably going to take a scalp here, and you'll probably likely see this go back to 530, 540 tomorrow. I actually believe that, and I think we re-break the wedge tomorrow. I think the day traders are going to step in here, buy down here at these low wholesale prices, and you're going to see this thing gap up at the market open, and we're going to probably be testing that 50 SMA. That's what I think. Don't hold me to it, but that's what I think is going to happen. All right, that's what I think is going to happen. So it doesn't look too bad. I mean, like I said, it always tends to tank after these calls. They're just dog water at talking to people. It's just the worst. Every time I watch it, it just tilts me because it's like, dude, you could do so much better. I get it. Like, you guys aren't worried about your investors. You're trying to land an OEM deal. I know all your focus is on that. But at some point, look how much money you took from us, all right? And then you got to give us something. Because people are going to start pulling out. I'm telling you, like, they keep doing this shit. People are going to, some of these like paper-handed kids are going to start pulling out. They're going to be like, screw this. That's the worst idea down at these prices, by the way. I mean, if you had a plan here, I would average down. I wouldn't just pull out my investment. If you have an investment over $10 and you're selling here, I personally feel like you're doing it wrong. I don't know. That's just me. Do what's best for your account. Do what's best for you. But if I was you, I'm not selling for a loss. I don't care. I didn't risk more than, what I'm willing to lose. So I'll ride this thing into the freaking ground if I have to. I pray to God that it goes back into the cents under $1. That way I can just never ever do anything again, because I'm going to get stupid rich off this. I'm going to get stupid rich off this if it goes under $1. Oh my God. You have no idea. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let me open this back up here. Tell me what you guys think about this stock. I mean, how do you feel as an investor right now? Like, tell me your feelings. How do you feel as someone who's put money into this company? How do you feel about the stock, and take into account, what they're doing on these calls and also the technology? How do you feel as an investor? Are you happy with your investment solely based off their response to their the way they interact with us, or are you still happy with your investment based off the tech? I personally think they suck at talking, but I'm happy with the tech, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that Lidar is going to be integrated and standardized like airbags in the future. I know that. There's not a question about it. It literally has to be. Okay, there's no question about it. Lidar will be standardized in vehicles. So at some point, it's going to work. That's how I feel about it. The 2 shares you own. Yeah, right now aftermarket price is $4.30. Codcat says, I feel strung along unhappy. My time frame expectation may have been off, but I still feel strung along badly. I understand. I get it. I think we all do at this point. It's like every time they start talking, we're like, are you going to give us something? Or are you just going to say the same old shit over and over and over? I was praying to God that guy fell off the ladder. I'm not going to lie to you. I was praying to the gods that he fell off the ladder. That would have made the share price go up. I'm pretty sure. That is funny. Fuentes says, people want instant gains. I'm willing to wait it out 2, 5, 8 years. We'll be buying more every dip. Yeah, I mean, think about that. I mean, I would rather wait 5 years for this thing to go and never work another day in my life than just takes, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 now. I would. I would rather wait 5 years until they make $80 billion freaking dollars and they get 50% of that, and I can just sit here and say, hey, I held through everything, and now I never have to work a day in my life. I would rather say that, but yeah, to be honest with you, I wasn't a huge fan of the CFO. I don't think he did the greatest job, but like I said, neither one of them are good at talking to people. They're just not. They're just not. It's obvious. They need to hire somebody they need to hire a celebrity. Hire a celebrity to talk every time you guys have a conference and put Summit on the freaking bench. Joe Rossi made a good point. I feel everyone forgot about the Microsoft deal. That's still there too. They're definitely getting revenue from that. That is true. I think they need to bench Sumit Sharma. Let him just do his thing. Hire some celebrity to freaking talk to us and look in our faces and make us feel all good inside. Get some hot girl. Who can they hire? They can hire, like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what they can do. All I know is I'm holding this and I don't care where they take it short term. I know that the manipulation is real. This is a highly, highly manipulated stock, and institutions are still buying. All right, that's another thing you guys need to know. You got to take this into account. The institutions are still buying over $7. All right? I'm telling you right now, this is going to go back up. You follow the smart money, all right? You don't follow the retail traders. Yes, retail traders own 80% of the float. Okay, great. That doesn't mean anything. Just because retail traders own 80% of the float, we don't have more money than the hedge funds, okay? You just don't. They have unlimited money. And they have dark pools. They can do whatever they want. Regardless of if you have 80, 90, 100%, or 99% of the float, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They'll take this where they want it. They take it where the liquidity is. That's just a fact. Thumbs up in the chat if you understand what I'm saying, man. I say this all the time. They take this price where the liquidity is. When they are manipulating a stock, they do it to get liquidity. And when I say liquidity, I'm talking about retail trader money. Where is all the retail trader money right now? It's on the top of the market. It's not down here anymore. I'm about to start screaming at the mic. It's not down here. There's not much liquidity down here. It's all up here. So what does that mean? If I know the market makers take the price where the liquidity is, at some point in the near future, they're going to have to take it back up. Okay, that's just how it works. And that's what they're going to do. So if you're worried about short-term gains, don't worry. You're probably going to break even here pretty soon. But if you're in this for the long haul, then none of that shit even matters. And we're just waiting for the OEM deal, because once that happens, we don't have to worry about them talking anymore. I don't got to listen to Sumit Sharma talk about a freaking highway ever again. I just have to sit back and watch them print Lidar units for the OEMs. And that's it. And that's what I'm waiting for. All right. That's what I'm waiting for. All right. Again, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button on this channel, please. I do a lot of stuff for free. I drop a lot of free knowledge that I shouldn't, but I do it because I want to help retail traders become profitable. So yeah, this is one of my long positions, guys. I do a lot of other things than just Microvision. I day trade Forex every single day. I trade the US 30. We trade crypto. So Microvision is my biggest long-term hold right now. So that's basically what this is. But if you guys want to learn how to trade for real, hit subscribe and go watch my other videos. All right. Is there any deal coming soon? I mean, right now they literally said straight into the mic, straight into the camera, that they have no deals right now. So I imagine, yeah, it's probably coming soon. I imagine it's probably coming soon. Apple says it is a bit annoying that the market reacts so aggressively to the Mavis having no news, because they expect good news, while Luminar does the same and presents with nothing new but still up AH. Yeah, I mean... Oh, yeah. ATL Sudiger, you're right. I feel the same way. Y'all are going to be singing a different tune when you see the OEMs they bring on board. As hard and scary as it is right now, I'm buying as much as I can. I feel the same. Guys, listen to me. I shit you not, okay? Listen to me. Take this. Do not take this with a grain of salt, okay? Because this is real shit, what I'm about to tell you. And I see it in Forex all the time. I see it in the stock market all the time. When retail traders are selling, that's when you buy. When retail traders are buying, that's when you sell. That's what the big banks do. That's what the market makers do. So I know it's hard to buy when everyone's selling, but that's how you do it. You want to make money in the short term, you want to day trade this thing, you buy when the retail trader is selling. That's just how it goes. So everyone right now that has no clue how to trade, that has no concept of how the market makers work, they're selling here. They're actually selling here. It's amazing. It's I used to be that way too. They're selling here at this. They're actually selling here. I can't even believe it, but they're actually. I hope nobody in my group is selling here. If you're in Zone Trading Group, I hope you're not selling here. This is the worst spot to sell. Yeah, you might go red a little bit more. Who cares? You don't lose unless you hit sell. You don't lose a penny unless you hit sell. All right. You got to be buying where the retail traders are selling. And you have a great opportunity here. This is a huge stock, and in the future, it's gonna print. It's going to print. Mark my words. Yes, they suck at talking, but the technology is going to print you money in the future. I promise you. I promise you. All right, let's get some rockets in the chat for Mavis. I don't care if you're feeling bad about this. It doesn't matter. Let's get some rockets up in the chat. We know what we hold. The technology outweighs the negative communication skills, all right, in my opinion. And so for that reason, I'm going to put some rockets up in this freaking chat. Let's go, Mavis, all right? Let's get it. Let's get it. No, I can promise that. I promise you that this is going to print at some time. At some point in the future, this is going to print. I can promise that. All right, and I don't care what anybody says. I promise that. I 99.99999% promise that. At some point in the future, this stock will print money. All right, I do. I just do. All right. I guess that's all we have for today. I'm going to make a recorded video for Mavis. Guys, I'm going to talk about the price action, kind of what Summit said. I got to put it together. I'll probably put it out tomorrow. But make sure you guys go watch my videos, all right? If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. If you want to join my trading group, send me an email right now at zonetradinggroup@gmail.com. All right, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and I will see you guys on the next video. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow morning for the stream and catch this day trader's dream. I think that this is going to go back up tomorrow morning. I'm pretty sure the day traders are not going to let it go down any further. So, yeah, that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank y'all for being here, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I really do. I really do. All right. I guess that's it. I'm going to sign off. Peace and love from my end, guys. Trade Mo James with Zone Trading Group signing out. Mavis to the moon, guys. Peace out.